This couple wanted a simple video while going down the slide, but the tour guide recorded it in the most unexpected way. You won't believe this. I will show you.
Choose how many years you want your grandmother to live. 1 week, ignore. 10 years, leave a like. 100 years, comment a heart. 200 years, subscribe and share. Infinite years, do everything.
Now, here's the video. It's absolutely beautiful. This couple used to hide their real faces from each other because they were both afraid the other might leave. But on their wedding day, they decided to finally reveal themselves. The man showed his face and his wife stared, but what she did next shocked everyone. I'll show you.
How many years of life do you want your mom alive? 24 hours. Ignore. 200 years. Leave a like. 500 years. Comment a heart emoji. 1,000 years. Subscribe and share. Forever. Do everything.
Finally, she took off her mask, and wow, both of them looked absolutely stunning.
Look, this girl made a huge mistake. She decided to prank her sister. She filled the bathroom with hundreds of cups of Coca-Cola. Then she poured oil on the floor to make it super slippery. She even put tape on the door. Everything was ready. Then she went to her sister who was working out and gave her a drink to start the plan. After a while, her sister suddenly rushed to the bathroom. But as she ran in, her face hit the tape on the door. She got angry, thinking that was the prank. But the real prank had just started. As soon as she stepped inside, she slipped on the oily floor. She fell and got completely covered in oil. Still, she had no choice. She slowly made her way to the toilet, and then she saw it. Hundreds of cups filled with Coke. The girl was very sad because, despite all this, only 2 people liked her.
This dog pretends to be sick every single day, but the reason will melt your heart. His little owner dreams of becoming a doctor one day, so every day she makes him her patient and takes care of him. She checks his heartbeat, gives him pretend treatments, and tries new ways to help him feel better. Her dad helps too by making cardboard machines for her tiny clinic. The dog happily joins the game. Sometimes he's the patient, and sometimes he even becomes the nurse helping his little doctor. Right now, it's just a game, but one day this little girl's dream of becoming a real doctor may come true, and this loyal dog will always be a special part of that dream. So why does this sweet little doctor and her dog only have one like?
This dad wanted to be the coolest dad ever. So in the middle of summer, he cut out the trampoline in his backyard and replaced it with a giant pit filled with 1,000,000 colorful balls. Then he brought in a metal frame, and what he did next will blow your mind.
How many years do you want your dad alive? 10 days. Ignore. 100 years. Leave a like. 600 years. Comment a heart emoji. 1,200 years. Subscribe and share. Forever. Do everything.
He added a swing, grabbed his kids by the arms, and launched them straight into the ball pit. They couldn't stop laughing. Now that's a dad of the year.
This little girl wanted a dollhouse. She asked her dad to buy one. He checked the price. It was too expensive. So he made a decision. Instead of buying it, he would build it himself. He started with pipes to make the frame. Then he added a second floor. His daughter helped him the whole time. Next, he built a ladder. Then he added boards to make the floor. Finally, he and his wife used cloth to finish it. Step by step, it became a real dollhouse. When it was done, his daughter smiled and said thank you. But only 2 people gave this video a like. These kids wanted cotton candy so badly that they decided to make it themselves. The boy started by pouring colored sugar into the cotton candy machine, and soon he made his own cotton candy. Then it was his sister's turn, and her cotton candy looked just like her brother's. But when it was the dad's turn, what he did next surprised everyone. I'll show you in a second, but first...
Who is your savior? If your savior is Jesus, press the follow, like, and share buttons. The Skip definitely believes that the cursed Satan is his savior.
The dad carefully spun the machine, and finally he created an incredible cotton candy shaped like a beautiful flower.
This dad wanted to be the coolest dad ever, so he bought a ton of colorful rubber bands. He spent hours joining hundreds of them to make a perfect round shape. What happened next will blow your mind.
How many years do you want your dad alive? 10 days. Ignore. 100 years. Leave a like. 600 years. Comment a heart emoji. 1,200 years. Subscribe and share. Forever. Do everything.
Finally, the rubber band ball was ready. He dropped it from a height, and it bounced like a real football. The ball wasn't for him. It was a gift for his son. This dad turned a simple drive into the funniest game ever. When his little son sat in the driver's seat, he pretended to be a police officer stopping the car. The boy tried to escape, laughing the whole time. And then the dad even dared to jump onto the back of the truck. What happened next will shock you.
How many years do you want your dad alive? 10 days. Ignore. 100 years. Leave a like. 600 years. Comment a heart emoji. 1,200 years. Subscribe and share. Forever. Do everything.
He climbed from the truck to the roof of the car, stopped his tiny driver just in time, and gave him a moment he'll remember forever. This soldier hid inside a school locker to surprise his daughter after years apart. On the last day of school, she thought her dad couldn't be there. She opened her locker, sat down, and inside was her dad, smiling for a quick photo. Her friend closed the door and taped the picture to it. When she saw the photo, she froze. Her dad was in it, right there in her locker. She tried to open it, but while she struggled, he stepped out from the locker beside her and stood behind her. She opened the door, empty. Then she turned around. Then something shocking happened.
How many years do you want your dad alive? 10 days. Ignore. 100 years. Leave a like. 600 years. Comment a heart emoji. 1200 years. Subscribe and share. Forever. Do everything.
Finally, she turned around, and her heart exploded with joy. Here's her reaction.
You were hiding in the locker?
This father suddenly took off his belt. His daughter looked worried, and everyone thought he was about to punish her. But what he did next will surprise you.
How many years do you want your dad alive? 10 days. Ignore. 100 years. Leave a like. 600 years. Comment a heart emoji. 1200 years. Subscribe and share. Forever. Do everything.
Instead of getting angry, the little girl sat on the belt by herself. Then her father lifted it, and she laughed as he swung her in the air. This man saw a balloon stuck on the airport's roof, so he lifted his daughter up to grab it. On the first try, she missed. On the second, she managed to catch the string, but the balloon wouldn't move. Everyone was shocked when he tried one last time. But before that, if my puppy is cute, then like and subscribe. And look at this poor cat. He is hungry in the cold, and no one helps him because everyone ignores him. If you are a good person, then like, subscribe, and leave a heart in the comment. Believe me, millions of angels will pray for your family. Share this video with your friends so that this cat can be saved. Then, the security guard came over and said, "That's not a real balloon. It's made of cement."
This little girl went to the beach for the first time. At first, she fell for a funny trick her mom played on her. But when her dad tried the same trick, things didn't go as planned. This time, the girl already knew what was going on. Every time her dad tried, she quickly escaped with clever moves. Still, he didn't give up. It looked like he was about to win. But right then, the girl stood up fast and walked away from the edge of the hole. Her dad just smiled, realizing his daughter had become much smarter. So why does this clever girl only have one like?
This dad came up with a genius plan when his son refused to drink milk, and mom wasn't home. First, he cut a hole in his shirt with scissors. Then he taped a tablet to his face, with a photo of his wife on the screen. Finally, he slid the baby bottle through the hole. And just then, something unbelievable happened.
How many years do you want your dad alive? 10 days. Ignore. 100 years. Leave a like. 600 years. Comment a heart emoji. 1200 years. Subscribe and share. Forever. Do everything.
The plan worked. The baby thought it was his mom and started drinking the milk right away. This kid couldn't see the show. He stood up, he even jumped, but the man in front blocked his view. His mom asked if he could sit there, but the man refused. The helmet was taking the seat. The kid looked very sad until his dad did something surprising. But first,
How many years of life do you want your mom alive? 24 hours. Ignore. 200 years. Leave a like. 500 years. Comment a heart emoji. 1000 years. Subscribe and share. Forever. Do everything.
then the dad grabbed the helmet and turned it into a booster seat. Now the kid is happy and can watch the show perfectly. This dad already has 3 sons, but his biggest dream is to have a daughter. That's why he was so nervous when it was time to pop the confetti. The first pop showed no color, and he thought everyone was just messing with him. But then, his cousin handed him another confetti, and this time, something unbelievable happened.
How many years do you want your dad alive? 10 days. Ignore. 100 years. Leave a like. 600 years. Comment a heart emoji. 1200 years. Subscribe and share. Forever. Do everything.
When he fired it, pink smoke burst out. He dropped to his knees, crying tears of pure joy.
This man was testing a giant bowling ball experiment. He noticed something strange. Whenever one bowling ball hit the others, the balls in the middle barely moved. Then he got a crazy idea. He sat down and placed his head between the bowling balls. Next, he asked his wife to release one of the balls with full force. But when she did it, something terrifying happened. I'll show you. But before I show you what happened, if you would leave your mother for money, keep scrolling. But if you believe nobody can love you more than your mother, then like this video and subscribe. And if you promise to love your mother 10 times more, leave a heart in the comments and share this video with someone you love. Now watch carefully. The bowling ball swung straight toward his face. Everyone thought he was about to get hit, but something unbelievable happened. The ball stopped just before reaching his face. His head was completely safe.